Namaste. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. So happy to have you here today. Thanks for spending your time with me. I really do appreciate it. All your comments. I love you. I wish nothing but the best for you. I know sometimes that to get to our best is not the easiest thing, though, right? It takes work. It takes a lot of work, a lot of hard work. And when I say that, we're talking about mental and emotional work is really hard work because you got to focus on it. But you know what? We were built for this crap, right? We were built for this. And we are growing and improving and moving towards being sentient beings, independent, individual, knowing creatures. Just knowing. We just know. We don't know how we know. You know, people come to talk to us and we already know what's going on, right? We understand. We see and read the energy of everyone, whether we know it or not, whether we know we're doing it or not. That's why meditation is so important, and cleansing your energy and your chakras is so important, so that energy moves, right? So any energy or people that think about you, whatever they think about you, you can feel that, even if you don't recognize it, even if you don't understand it. So and also old energies that we're done with and, haven't completely alchemized out of our bodies, because we are alchemists and we do alchemize energy and emotions. We want to get rid of those energies. And so at this time, while we are ascending up the ladder, it is very good to cleanse your energy. And it's all about using and practicing using your imagination. If you can sit somewhere for a minute or two alone and just breathe and allow yourself to focus on your spine and just see your energy pushing all other energy out of you. This is a spiritual experience. We're talking about the inner world and how we can work with our inner world in order to create a stronger outer world. Our inner world is a sponge. It can absorb energies from all places and offering. Yeah, see all that energy flowing around? Right? A lot of energy there, colors and energy. And our good energies, we will not wash away, because it will naturally be our intention to cleanse ourselves of others' energy. When I first began doing this, I have to look in my diary, but it's been about 2 years now. It changed my whole world through washing my energy. The fault line. Oh no, wait. Here we go. The bridge. Yeah, woohoo. The bridge. Yeah, cleanse your energy. Open yourself to the higher spirit, the higher collective consciousness, the highest wisdom and knowledge. And see that pole running straight through you from the north to the south, from the east to the west. It's a ritual, I guess you would say, of calling down the ethers of all good and washing your system clean and seeing your energy run into the earth in a connection that she will ground you in. And these energies will help you alchemize. You become a bridge between heaven and earth, see? You're reaching for the higher thoughts, higher mind, your highest consciousness that you have. And you're calling it down, whether it's your consciousness, the consciousness of the great soul of the universe that created the universe, that had, that had the picture or the image of what it wanted to create. And of course, we can see when we look out that it was a very precise creator. And that in creating the creatures, the living creatures on this earth, to encapsulate like a pill, you could see our outer body as a pill, but on the inside, this is just a shell holding the magic and power within. Okay? And in that bridging, when you do that, you're calling down the cleansing ethers, powers, knowledge, wisdom down to cleanse out your chakras. But this wisdom is already inside of you. Everything that ever was known is inside of you. Yeah, in your DNA, of which, in your spine is where all your DNA is, which is where we carry our ancestors. In my belief, I don't know if this is true. I can't say it for a fact, but I feel as if my ancestors live within me, that I am a temple of light, that I am a temple, and that they reside in me. And they reside in me because I made them a home to live in. Now, I know that sounds a little weird that I got the dead hanging out with me, but they're not dead. Their energies are still, whether it's a little tiny particle or whatever their energy is still with us. Okay, so you are a bridge, basically, is what God is trying to tell you. And what I just was explaining is how we connect ourselves to the earth and pull down these energies to our own body and cleanse and bring in wisdom and knowledge, help, make a place for our ancestors to live in, that they would lead, guide, and direct us, listening for them, making a space of quiet where you can hear them talk to you, which also calms the soul and brings peace in. There's nothing to be afraid of. You call it Spirit, Holy Spirit, whatever it is, whatever is going on over there, as above, so below. There's a whole community of life going on in the other world. Oh, we got balance. We got Libra, the sun, and number 2. By the way, I started this video at 12:12 to represent the collective, the cosmic order of all the astrological signs, and to draw in the power that we need. So we've got Libra, balance, the sun shining through Libra, and 2. 2 is partnership. This is about partnering up with the universe, you and creation partnering together and having faith and believing that it is for your own good, that God would never try to steal your soul or anything like that. Nobody can steal your soul, to tell you the truth. That's just a whole bunch of hoopla. They can trick you into depleting your soul. They can trick you into downgrading, certain things we do, if we lie, if we cheat, if we deceive, if we take, these things are always going to downgrade you. Telling the truth, facing your problems, allowing yourself to be brave and courageous even when you feel like you're going to die. Do it anyway. This will make you braver. I'm not talking about facing somebody with a gun to jump at them or anything like that. I'm talking about if you've got things that need cleared up, with family, with the neighbor, with the mailman, with, you're in an office and you know you're right, and you know that you need to have people hear and understand you, be brave enough to make sure that they hear and understand you. It will empower you to move forward on your mission. God's missions is not easy. We have to be like soldiers of the Spirit. And even though we're sweet and kind and loving and gentle, we're only able to do that if we know we can protect that sweetness that we are. How do we do that? We have to be able to stand up for ourselves. As sweet as one is, they should be just as vicious on that other side of duality. Because it will protect you from the scavengers who want to pick you apart, to use you up, to bring you down, to deceive you, to trick you, to blah, blah, blah. And, being sweet, kind, having manners, poise, always ready to help someone will often make us victims, because there's that one over there sitting and saying, "Ooh, yeah, I could probably use that one for something," right? And because of our kindness and gentleness, some people will step up to take advantage of that. And we definitely want to be able to defend ourselves. And this is energies that we could take in too, especially if these energies are being directed at us, our name, or they see us in their mind, or things like that. And this can affect us. It is actually a form of black magic. We are all entangled. We are all, connected. And it's how we think about ourselves and others is very important. In fact, in all actuality, I try to stay out of everybody's lane. Now, what does that mean? Like, I don't think about people. I don't think about other people. I don't think about what people's done to me. And how I do that is that if I have a problem with someone, I actually step up to the plate and I take care of that. And then I step back again. Because once I take care of the problem, they understand, I understand what's happening. The problem is gone, and there's no reason to think about that anymore. We clear our minds of it, and it makes us feel good. Our whole body, our mind, our soul feels good when we stand up for ourselves, when we are as gentle and beautiful as these roses. I gotta show you these. I got these for my birthday from a girl that lives upstairs. What a beautiful thing. When we're as gentle and beautiful as roses, we are not flowers that you can pick off the tree or the bush or cut off and say, "Oh, I'm going to stick them in water and you're going to be just fine like that. I'll have you as you will be." No, we are not. We are living flowers. We walk around and talk, and we don't get picked out of the crowd by somebody that needs to use us, right? And we keep our energy clean so that we know the difference between our energy and their energy. And not only that, because we are bridges between heaven and earth. And we want to keep our energy as clean and high vibrational as possible. Okay, with that, I'm going to take some charms, symbols. I love symbols. I've been studying those that I don't know about every time I pull. I only got 2, so we're just, I rolled a 2 too. Oh, we have the palm tree. And we have the crab again. Okay, I got to tell you, this palm tree is a big deal to me. To me, it represents Inanna. How do I explain Inanna? Inanna was a alien, and she stood up for the people. What's the name of those aliens? I always forget. Anunnaki. Is that right? And as we can see in Anna and Anunnaki, are way, way close together. I don't exactly know what happened to Inanna, but I know that she worked, we're talking 50,000 years ago, maybe longer. I'm going to study it more. I've been hearing a lot about it. And Anna was one of the first women that stood up for the people of the humanity, let's say, humanity. And we got the crab here, which represents mother, you know, Cancer. She's considered the mother, right? So the palm tree is very interesting to me because it represents justice. It represents an Anna. It was her tree. I saw her under it in a coloring book. What can I say? I did. It looked like she belonged there. The palms. And Jesus, who rode the colt, and everybody was throwing down the palm leaves. Do you remember that in the Bible? As he is going to give himself to the cross, I guess. I don't like to talk about it. I really don't. I don't. It was, you know, you can't get to heaven through a man's dead blood. Heaven is within. Nobody can take you there. There are no saviors but you. And that's the God's truth. You know, I mean, we're all saviors if we're nice, kind, and gentle. But what I mean is I can't make you change to understand and learn about the other side of life, which is death. You have to be interested enough, and it took me time to get there, okay? I'm 63. I understand how at 33 and 43 and even 53 you don't want to talk about things like that. I understand that. But after we get to a certain point, we really want, or I wanted to know what's going on. But I've been seeing the passed over loved ones my whole life. They've talked to me. They talk to me still. They're in my body. I can feel them kicking and stuff. You know, if something is right or something is wrong, I get certain kicks in my belly. So in the beginning it was a little scary, but no more. I'm not afraid. They're here to help me. How it happened, I don't know exactly, but it is what it is. And it's probably one of the things that pushed me to being the best I could be, right? I mean, if, you know, I felt like I was under judgment. So, by God, I'm going to get a good judgment, right? And so I started working to be good and get a good judgment from God. That's what I felt like. And we should all do that. Because we are higher souls that are created, that we're here representing the higher planes, you know, representing the higher planes. It took time for the fear to go away. You know, it wasn't like all of a sudden I was a superwoman and I knew everything. No. I was humbled and bowed down for a long time with fear because I felt like, you know, maybe I was being punished. I didn't understand that everything was God pushing me into these corners to figure out things, to fight my way out, not just for me, but for others as well. Creativity. To creatively find a way, you know, because I was mad about Jesus. I didn't like that fact, and I could not go that way. I couldn't go that way. I felt that he had been murdered and that it was a setup. You know, I didn't really see a lot of people happy. I saw a lot of people taking their blame, their faults, and covering them up. You know? And, because Jesus will forgive them for everything. Through the blood they can, get absolution. But no, that's not right. That's not the way it is. No, we all have to. And right now is that time when God is putting the pressure on us. And if you have pressure on you, if you feel like you're being pressed, it's because God, the universe, needs you to learn something. This is when we get pressed. It's like pressing oil out of the fruit of whatever, and it's a creative way to help you find your deepest and darkest wounds, the generational wounds that you carry from your family, that God only knows how long, right? Give yourself permission to explore your creative side through personal expression. Let creativity flow freely, allowing it to embrace you and enable you to express your authentic soul energy. This is so very important that you be able to express those things that are in you. Your passed over loved ones are with you, and your ancestors are the ones that put the pressure on you. This is the time where we are healing ancient wounds we've been carrying for many generations. And this is where God wants us to look, our Creator, this great soul of humanity, where we are growing at this point past, past that place of it's all about work. Now we're supposed to find out what's in us. The world's been built. We're now working on finding out who we are and doing it in a creative way, with the support of our ancestors, with the support of angels, with the support of ancient masters, bringing us knowledge and wisdom to lift us up and show us a new way of learning through loving ourselves and loving others. Being able to protect ourselves, with all that love you carry, it draws in a lot of different creatures, entities, people, animals. And to be able to protect yourself while you carry that energy is very important, because a lot of people don't understand that even just speaking negativity can steal your joy. They do not want to be a positive pole on the planet. Positivity is a beautiful thing, but positivity and negativity come together and are one and the same. You can be charged positive and then get a certain energy that will switch you over to negative. But the negative is very important because you can use that to protect yourself. It's not like we should go around criticizing and being harsh to people. No, we want to exude love and peace and calm, because we are, we are helping the world to come to a better place. But when people want to overtake you, you want to know how to rise up and protect the love that is within you. Learn how to observe and not absorb. Learn how to love yourself enough and fiercely enough that you do want to protect this beautiful flower that you have. That's your divine feminine and your divine masculine, right? So you can be in your divine feminine, loving, kind energy, and then if you need, to help, you learn to switch into your divine masculine energy, and you become, your own man or your own woman, whichever you're needing. If you need love and you want more love in your life, switch into your divine feminine. You just ask your spirit to do it, because it hears you. It's like you're like a computer. Whatever you tell yourself to do, it'll do, right? Inside and out. Remember that. Whatever you tell yourself to do outwardly, you can also tell yourself to do inwardly, such as heal, or we're going to not do this anymore. You can literally reprogram your mind, your thoughts. Queen of Air, that's the truth. You work on reprogramming yourself. It does not matter how old you are. We actually also are good at fracking our brain and getting rid of stuff that we don't need anymore. That's the idea of cleansing ourselves of the old energy that is useless. Asking God and the ethers to take that energy out of us, and we transmute it and send it down into and ground in the earth, and she helps us dissolve it as well. And that's the truth. This is our evolution. We are evolving from regular man into a spiritual creature. We are bringing heaven to earth. We are bringing higher knowledge, higher wisdom, higher understandings, higher energies, longer life, more happiness. That's heaven, right? Heaven isn't money. Heaven isn't material things. They're nice, but that's not heaven. Heaven is feeling good in here with what you have now, and learning to be happy with what you got now enables you, and being grateful. Hey, it made me think about a bucket. I had a bucket that when I lived out in the boondocks that I used the restroom at night. I tell you what, I was so grateful for that bucket. I know there's a lot of things that people don't understand, but to have certain things in your life is a real blessing. Not everybody has it. And to be grateful for what you have, a bed, a home, somebody that loves you, a cat, a dog, your computer, your phone, things, and work that feeling of gratefulness up in you, because that's higher vibrational, to be grateful for what you have. If you are like, it's all just, well, you could see my face. It just changed completely. The attitude, the feelings, the understandings. We want to be grateful for everything we have, because, we're blessed to be here. Yeah. And have faith. God wants me to remind you to have faith. You are the cosmic egg. You are the egg. There, find the marrow in you. Find the prize, that's somewhere that's inside of you. And it's in you. Have faith. Love. What else is in here? Work with nature. See your wings growing out of your back. Emulate in your imagination what you would like to be. And, don't forget God, the ancestors, passed over loved ones are always near and close and loving you, even if you're not sure if you feel it. But how can you feel it if you're full of energy that is from last year, or if you're full of energy that was yesterday, or if you're full of energy and somebody has hurt you? You want to be clean and full of this nature, clean air, clean mind, clean heart, clean body. Not thinking about yesterday, but living right here in this present moment, because yesterday's gone, it's dead. Today is the present. Right now is present. We are present here and now. I am here and I am now. For some reason I want this card. Yeah. The counselor. I am here and I am now. Your emotions, your water, everything you do and say affects your emotions and water. Everything you think affects your feelings. That's why it's so important to work with the mind. And, breath brings the mind to calmness and stillness, to where you can actually, get to a place that if you wanted to think, you could. But if not, it's like I don't know, it's quiet. It's quiet in my head. And it's quiet when I do things. It only begins to run when I'm ready to think or study or be here. Meaning that it's not like I'm dumb or nothing, but it's quiet in my head. Very quiet compared to where it used to be, with a lot of noise, a lot of accusations, a lot of feelings that I needed to do this, or just thoughts that come from out of nowhere. And we want our mind calm. We counsel ourselves. Yeah? The Father. The brain is both male and both female. The father side of our mind is a lot stiffer and stricter. The divine masculine, tell you the truth, I would have to study. I don't think I've even studied on the divine masculine mind. But, look at him. He don't look like he's got a whole lot of crazy. He looks very solid, quiet, still. Even his cat looks still. A quiet mind is healthier for me. When I used to have all those thoughts running through my head, it drove you nuts. It drove me nuts, trying to figure everything out. But when I started doing my breathing work and washing out all that energy, my mind became quiet. So unless I'm focused or, it's just, I can go from thing to thing to thing, and it isn't interrupting me or bringing thoughts into my head. It helped me to heal a lot. And so if it works for you, which if it does, will you let me know? Let me know. I've never heard of anybody doing this. This is something God gave me to do, which has been many inspirations the Holy Spirit, the Creator Source, has given to me. So if you guys use this program, and like I say, it only takes a minute or two a day, just whoosh, cleaning out your central nervous system. And, it does take a little time. You'll notice the difference, though, immediately. In the grounding, you'll feel stronger, braver, more capable, more energetic. So ground into the earth at least, and from there, she'll lead you. Okay, guys, let's pull a fun card from the fairy tales and lures. Healing. I was going to say also, I've been using tarot cards for about 25 years. But I use them in a different way. I never wanted to know my future. I used them for healing, to help me understand my energy. Like if you draw the Queen of Swords, if you're doing your own tarot, you know that you're walking in truth, that you've got your boundaries up, and that you're doing what you need to do for you. You pull the card of love. You know there's love in your heart, and that you know God is walking with you. God's always in a heart that's full of love. Always. So I always use tarot for healing, and that's why I do tarot the way I do. I don't see any use in going over energies that have hurt us and to keep reminding and minding ourselves of that, when in all actuality we need to be working towards healing and reminding ourselves that we are capable of overcoming death, meaning people or things that have hurt us so bad that we literally lost who we were and went into sadness, depression, or feel like we've been overcome by the world and not able to stand up and rise again. I wanted to show people that these things, anything can be overcome. Anything can be overcome. The 5 of coins. Yes, yes, I overcome this. There was a day 14, 15 years ago, this was me. 15 years ago, nothing but the pack on my back. And, you know, I had always prayed and looked to God for reference in my life. And God told me, well, you are now in God's boot camp, and I'm going to teach you something, because you ain't got nothing to hold on to now, nothing to take your attention away from me. And sure enough, 4 of Swords, meditation. I learned to do what I needed to do so that God could get through to me. I learned about myself. I learned that, I learned that there are things that you have to put boundaries up against. There are things that we have to say no to, that's not our problem, and we are not going to deal with it. There are things that we have to learn, that if we let other people carry their own problems, that they learn too. They learn too. It's good for other people to have their own problems to themselves. In other words, setting boundaries up against people that bring all their problems to you. It would be good to set boundaries up and let them deal with their own problems. Let them deal with their own energy until they're sick of it and they change it. Ace of Cups. Yeah. Learn to love themselves and change that energy. It's our job to direct people. Sometimes tough love's the best love. Truly. God gave me tough love. It helped me. Not everybody needs tough love, but tough love is good love. It's real. It's real, right? I'm really going to show you. You're going to really learn this lesson, and I'm doing it because I love you. And I have to give lessons to people all the time. I run this house. I run a family. I have people in and out all the time, and in order to keep my house at peace, I have to be capable of being able to speak to anybody as they need to be spoken to, or to ask them to leave, because there's other people that come to see other people. So I have to have all these qualities in order to be able to run this house. But really, everybody should have these qualities so they can live happily and know that they're safe and that they can handle any problem that ever falls into your lap. And it don't just happen. You don't just get there. It takes time. It takes studying. It takes investigating yourself. It takes looking into things that are in your inner world. I call it now spiritual science. It just about has gotten to where the quantum physics and spirituality, they're figuring out. They don't want to say it, but yeah, that's it. So we know it lives. I love you guys. I could go on talking to you forever. I love y'all. I love talking about God. I love talking about the universe. And I love to talk about being empowered. So empower yourself by connecting to Mother Earth and to the highest realms are possible. North to south, east to west. Connect to your north node. Send your energy out of your body up, and it will find your north node, because energy knows. Send your energy deep into the mother. Plug the fuck in. I couldn't help it. It was there. I had to bring it out. I do cuss sometimes. I'm not... Well, cussing, there's nothing the matter. Cussing ain't nothing but another word that people finds explicit, I guess. Expletive. I can't say it. Hey, let me know. I've been thinking about doing a live. Let me guys know what times you're on so I can understand, and give me the time. Like if you're in California, that time. Let me know if you're in New York, Eastern Time, Standard Time, Western Time, all those times. I love you guys. Please like and share, and come back again. Bye-bye.